something today about Dr. Floyd Bloom because I found out from Twitter, from X, from Olivia George, that Dr. Bloom has passed away. And I had the lucky opportunity to meet Dr. Bloom when I was working at the Scripps Research Institute in the laboratory of neuropharmacology, and in the lab of Dr. Bloom, I learned how to do brain microdissections on a cryostat and was actually taught by Dr. Olivia George, who I think now is a professor because I studied rat brain for alcohol and cocaine addiction, and my task was to isolate proteins from different brain regions and test them by Western blot. And I also used two microscopes in Dr. Bloom's lab. One was very simple, where I was counting fluorescent cells, and the other one was very sophisticated, and it was a little bit more difficult to get access to that sophisticated imaging microscope, but I did get access. And I was searching for a job, and so since my dad, Petko Yusunov, was a colleague with Dr. Bloom in the NIMH, so my dad asked Dr. Bloom if he could meet with me to offer some advice on my job search. And I was wearing this top from Anthropology, I remember, which is a floral top, and I still have it. And I had my book of Dr. Bloom, Introduction to Neuropsychopharmacology, which is edited by Leslie Iverson, Susan Iverson, Dr. Floyd Bloom, and Dr. Robert Roth. And Dr. Bloom signed this book for me. And what made an impression on me is that he's a very down-to-earth and kind person. And he asked me briefly about my work, and amazingly, he told me about the Santa Ana winds, because when I arrived in San Diego, there was a fire in October 2007, in which was caused by the Santa Ana winds, and because of that I couldn't go to work for 2 weeks, and I couldn't move into my place. And Dr. Bloom offered advice about work in a pharma company, and told me of the memories of work with my dad. And so everyone knows he's a great scientist and has established the field of neuropsychopharmacology, an editor-in-chief of Science and of many scientific and art societies with great contributions. So all I can say is that I was not intimidated by our meeting, and he was very kind. I was sorry to learn this today, and he has left a lot for world science in medicine. Thank you. I hope he rests in peace.